I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a buck and say that everybody is tax the rich, eat the rich until they are rich, until that's who they are. And then it's all about don't touch my money, don't even look at my money, but I will flaunt it and show it all to you. Don't take my money and put it into projects that will help the community and help society, because I don't want to pay more taxes to do so. But I will show you the new Lamborghini I did buy that has an espresso machine, a Coke machine in the back, as well as it can hover above ground a little bit to where I need to go. And that's usually what happens with people who come from no money to having a lot of money, or having a lot of money and still having a lot of money. People just like to flaunt their wealth, and to me, I think it's not classy. I think that it isn't a classy thing to do. Now, will I do it if I ever get that rich? I don't know. I'm not that rich right now, so I'm just talking about the way that I see things. But if you are tax the rich, eat the rich, and start your entire social media career on being someone for the little guy and following the policies of somebody who's for the little guy and somebody who's very modest, and I build everything that I have on top of that, only to show you my $2 million apartment afterward, after I have all this money, after I'm a Twitch streamer that makes a ton of cash and have all these different lucrative deals, then yeah, there is an issue with that. And that seems to be something that happened or has happened to OK Boomer Girl, or neekolul on Twitter. She posted a very well synchronized and actually kind of catchy dance and song, OK Boomer, like over a year ago on Twitter. And it went viral. People are thirsting over her. People want her, and they just kept sharing it and sharing it and sharing it. Even people who weren't, Bernie Sanders fans, they definitely liked that video. And as for me, I thought it was cute. I liked the synchronization in it. I think she is cute, but at the same time, I didn't really see the widespread appeal. And it seems like since then, her career has just skyrocketed. Now she is a Twitch streamer, now she's a YouTuber, now she's she's got all these other social medias, and they're just handing her deal after deal, making a ton of money. And it looks like it has been a very lucrative year and a half for Neeko, and now she can flaunt her wealth only a few months, or about maybe 6 months after going on Twitter to mimic the same dance that made her popular and made her a staple in meme OK Boomer culture. She does the same dance with an Eat the Rich shirt, so it's a little closer to when she first started only a few months ago. Eat the Rich right on her shirt, and then she has the audacity to kind of go on YouTube and post a video showcasing her $2 million apartment. Now, if the apartment is worth $2 million on its own, or everything inside that apartment is $2 million, is up in the air. We don't really know. All I know is I watched the first quarter of the video, and she has a lot of items in her kitchen specifically that she doesn't even use. She just has it there, a wine cabinet but doesn't have wine, an espresso machine but doesn't drink espresso. So a lot of things that she doesn't really need in this apartment. And I mean, it's her stuff, it's her apartment, and I'm for that. If you want to flaunt it, go ahead and flaunt it. If you want to show everybody what you've earned and how much success you've gotten, that's fine too. But when you start out as OK Boomer in a obvious shirt that supports Bernie Sanders and all his policies that are so staunchly against the rich, the most modest, the most trustworthy person in Congress, you have that person who you built yourself on top of, including your looks and your dancing abilities, and then, you end up here. Even a few months ago, she had mimicked the same dance with an Eat the Rich shirt, and she's had several other items that have focused on Bernie and just kind of like that persona that she's honed. It seems like you didn't really practice what you preach. This video is definitely not practice what you preach. You could have literally just been like, the video would have been like house tour, and nobody would have known it was $2 million. They wouldn't even probably not watch the video, but they would have just looked at the video and watched it for a little bit. Your fans would have, and like, oh, that's cool. You got a lot of stuff for being okay boomer girl. That's cool. You know, that's you. But the fact that you put a thumbnail saying $2 million apartment, blah blah blah, all this stuff, it shows a lack of understanding of where you came from, essentially. And so it just makes it seem like, whether she is or not, it's not authentic to what you had built yourself on. Eat the rich until you are rich, basically, and now you're just like, fuck it, I'm rich. It's like a lot of rappers and celebrities who came from nothing and talked about policies like helping other people and supporting their communities, and yet when the taxes go up for that class, they move to states that don't have those restrictions. Like, they can keep their money in those states. So that's like your mixed messaging right there. You don't want to pay higher taxes, you don't want to support your community. I believe it's kind of the same thing with Neeko here. I think she just moved to this apartment, but it is, I'm not 100% on this, but it is being said that she moved from a state where she would have paid a ton of taxes to a state that, you know, doesn't have that restriction, I guess. So yeah, she's paying less taxes also on top of that, supposedly. And that's not 100%. Although a lot of this stuff here, we just get from the video. She hasn't really commented on it on Twitter or anything like that, so we don't really know. Probably just waiting for it to go away, which it will. But at the same time, I would say, remember where you came from. Like, if I'm rich and I'm showcasing, guys, all my Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super, no, fuck those. You know what? Dragon Ball AF custom Ferrari or custom Mustang with a Dragon Ball AF paint job, and I'm showcasing that to you guys. I'll be showcasing it to you guys, but I'll be like, you know what? I will pay a little bit more in taxes to support, you know, the community, to support bridges and things that need to be done in the world around me that help other people, not just me. I'm not gonna move to a state that doesn't pay for taxes. At least I hope not. Future me, do not do that. But I mean, again, that's neither here or there. I'll try not to forget where I come from, and I think that's the moral of the story. Do not forget where you came from. And one of the funniest things is that even her own apartment is worth more, it costs more than all three of Bernie Sanders' houses combined. Each one of Bernie Sanders' houses is about a couple $100,000, which is a lot to a normal person, and all three of them are less than what she's paying for her own apartment. So if there is anything that you leave this video with, it is that the hypocrisy behind what she's trying to do here, and just the way that she's titled and thumbnailed this video, it just is spitting in the face of the movement that Bernie Sanders is doing. If your house, if your apartment costs more than this dude's house in Vermont, then yes, you are in the wrong here. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this whole story. This is going to be Sunscape signing off. Take care, guys.